there's been plenty of times where I've been questioning my entire existence. You know, when you can like sit at a bench and just ask yourself like, what's the point of everything? Like, what's the point of like sitting here? What's the point of like going to school? What's the point of like doing like these habits to improve myself? What's the point in going to the gym? And you feel out of touch with reality. You feel like you can't really address the question properly because it's so much to digest for your brain that you just become completely overloaded. Maybe you start getting into politics and think to yourself, this party is great and this party is good and this party is bad, whatever. I've been completely a victim to that at times. Whenever I go on to like short form content, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and I scroll for a substantial amount, like more than 10 minutes, I realize a shift in my own like overall happiness. I realize that I become neurotic, I become anxious, I become like overthinking. It feels like my brain is overheated because there is so much to process. And how I was able to tap out of the cycle of like these people have made us wrong and not made us wrong, but done something wrong towards us, and these people have misfortuned us, etc. What happened was I got a lot of anxiety from that, and I got a lot of anxiety because I wasn't putting in the work of self-help that I was supposed to do. I wasn't doing any of that, but I still felt a lot, very, very anxious. And the problem here with like personal development and all of this, it comes with a pretty dark and pretty grim, like, what would you call it, like dark side that hides behind all of the positive influencers. You see, many people try to like start gender wars, they start all of these things. But what we have to realize is that this is not really true. Most people are a lot more like sane than you might think that they are. Because what social media does, it's polarizing us so deeply that we lose concept of like what's even like what's even like considered normal, and for something to be able to like go viral, it has to be polarizing, it has to spark a lot of emotion, and that's when people engage, that's when people like comment, like, etc. And how I was able to tap out of this anxiety was through a breathing method. It was through the ability to just ground yourself here and now and clear out all of the chaos inside of your brain. That was through something called the Wim Hof method. It's a very intense inhale followed by a quite short but relaxed exhale. You don't exhale fully, you do something like this. And you do that for a couple of times, like 30, 40 times, and then you inhale and then you blow out all of the air, you sit there for like a minute. You will realize how still your mind is. If you want to learn more about these things, you can check out the Wim Hof method on YouTube, or you can go to the link in the description where I have my free community. I will go more into detailed guides, not just about this breathing protocol, but how to genuinely access the present moment and blow out all of the thoughts, all of the negativity inside of your body, just through a couple of simple practices that you can do right now, today. And also, if you want to do the YouTube algorithm stuff, you can do that too. But this will create something so strong inside of you that you will feel at peace, present. You will feel so good. You will feel like I've arrived in the present moment. I can feel, I can sit here, I don't need to judge, I don't really need to overthink stuff. So this is your reminder to create a pretty tight but packed schedule so that you can avoid scrolling, bad habits, vices, etc. And this is how I was able to overcome this. You have to have such a clear and strong mission for the future of who you want to become a couple months from now, a couple of years from now, and you have to envision it. You have to live it like it's reality. And that's when we can start to ground ourselves in the present, to then be able to think clearly, to then go and do the actions that's required for us to do that. And this is something that I like to call the zero theory. How we do all of this, it's basically 3 pillars. I don't have time to break all of them down. That's inside of my free community. But this is such a substantial thing I don't, if I would have just known this when I had anxiety, it would have literally like changed my life, and I probably would have been able to manifest a more positive belief system so much earlier, rather than that it took a couple of months now to be able to get through it. But yeah, this is a really interesting thing, and I'm really excited to see where this goes, because I can just do the work pretty easily right now. I have many videos scheduled. I think this video will almost come up a month later than I'm recording this, because I just enjoy doing the work. I enjoy doing the things. I was just sitting and reading a book for like an hour this morning, having a coffee, and just enjoying myself, being at peace. And that's something that we shouldn't take for granted, especially when we're young. Most people aren't on this path. If you had the attention span to sit through an unfiltered, raw 6 minute video, you have probably a top 1% attention span, and I'm not even exaggerating. Please, please acknowledge that within yourself and try to just feel happy about yourself. Smile. Smile about it. But this is really all I had to say for today. If you want to do the YouTube algorithm stuff, as I mentioned earlier, and join my free community, do that if you want to. But yeah, this is all I had to say for today. Goodbye.